right, let's get started. Welcome everyone to this week's edition of Rise and Thrive with Ichi Health, our interactive series where we discuss all things health together. This week's episode, we're focusing on your nutritional health, and we're showing you some ways to create a healthy dish that will celebrate some of the summer flavors that, unfortunately, summer's coming to a close. Labor Day is right around the corner, so not as many opportunities to have an outdoor barbecue or cookout. So we really wanted to provide you the opportunity to show off some great summer flavors with a healthy dish. My name is Chris McGuire. I'm the Director of Digital Marketing at EHE Health. And today we are lucky to be joined by renowned chef and author, known for his modern approach to Southern cuisine, Chef Jesse. Chef, welcome.
Oh, thanks for having me. Oh man, this is awesome.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a chef 35 years in this industry. Started off basically washing dishes, worked my way up with culinary school, worked in a couple of French restaurants, hotels, you name it. I pretty much did it. And I went back to cooking French for a long time. I wanted to go back to my roots and back to my grandmother's type of cooking, my mother, and just play a little, do a little modern play on that. Because back in those days, they didn't have the ingredients that we have now to implement into a modern approach now. So it's fun, you know. When they just say something was a heart attack on the plate and, not really healthy for you, but that's not true.
Exactly. Awesome. So we've got all of our ingredients laid out. So tell us a little about what we're cooking today.
Okay, so this is my Moroccan shrimp, and it's a very healthy dish too. I know that you can add butter, and I know they say it's oil, but it's a good oil, grapeseed oil. And the reason why I love to do this dish and why I came up with it, and it is different variations out there, but it's I had high blood pressure, and I got it under control, and I said, well, how can I manage my blood pressure? I am on a small dose of medicine because African American has a more common disease like hypertension and diabetes and things like that. It just runs in our DNA. So we have to, be health conscious. So that's why I wanted to do the turmeric and the cumin and the thyme and the ginger and the garlic. All that's healthy for you. All that lowers your blood pressure. It boosts your immune system. And you can just, get back to your day to day. Eventually, you can get off the blood pressure medicine, but you really have to work at it. And this recipe will help. So, yeah. Ready to get going, or
Let's do it.
First of all, if anybody have any problems with cutting, I know being at everybody's home, everybody's a knife master now. You know what I mean? So everybody's just get dibbling down. So what I like to do with ginger, I peel it with a spoon.
Okay.
So basically, you just take your spoon, and I've already done mine because we don't have that much time, but you just take a spoon and just some people use a peeler, but I just like to use the back of a spoon. Like you're doing there.
I did not think it was going to come off that easily.
Okay, it come right off. It's so fun. And like I said, you can use a pillow or use like my mother would use a knife in her hand. So yeah, you could. A spoon would definitely work. As soon as you get that, done.
Yep.
I'll show you. So now that we got it peeled, you can just take a little slice. I already have some cut, but I just wanted to show you. So take a little slice. See, like this, like a little chip, thin.
Yep.
Okay, and then now make like little matchsticks. Now, once you get your little matchsticks, you turn them around to be able to dice them. And now we just dice really thin, because you want them thin, because as soon as you saute them, you want them to dissipate really quick and cook quick and sweat fast. So you don't want them too thick. You want them nice and thin.
I think this is the one time I actually feel like a chef would ever have to dice something and to go really fast with the knife.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Get in there and mince it. It's fun. If you're ever bored, you can sharpen your knife and just get a bunch of vegetables and just dice stuff.
Exactly.
It's definitely therapeutic. Okay, so now that I had some mince, so I didn't have to do that much. I don't know. You might have to do a little bit more.
We're good.
Okay, so we good on that.
Yep.
So next, we have our garlic, and everybody knows, you smash your garlic. You take the skin off. So and when you smash it, it'll come right off. Really easy.
Yep.
Some people throw it in a jar and shake it up. There's all kind of remedies for that. Some
And
people
then,
like the
yeah,
garlic.
I've seen like there's a plastic roller that takes the skin off for you.
There's so many different gadgets. Everybody's like, oh, I know. So whatever works for you, whatever's fun, it's good with the kids. I do know that. To show them something like that.
Yeah, that's what cooking needs to be fun. It should be.
It has to be fun. Yeah, the kids definitely give kids something to do. You'll know with the kids right off the bat where their tolerance level is in the kitchen. Like if they just like, I just want to eat, they may not going to be a chef, But if they're taking the time to, cut and wash, take the garbage out and things like that, they got the tolerance level to be in this business because you got to
How
have.
old were you when you started?
I was about at least 8 or 9 out in the kitchen with my mother, just being enthused and enticed and tasting the cake bowls and all that. And at 14, I really was like, my mother's a chef by trade, so at 14, I really didn't realize what I knew from her just teaching me, just being a gopher, go for this and go for that. But yeah, I've been in the game for a long, long time. Best of both worlds, because I was in food service and restaurants, and it's totally a difference. Because some food service chefs can't work in a restaurant because in a restaurant everything's from scratch. And food service, you're pulling the chicken right out of the box and put it in the oven. Still, people have to eat, but the restaurant gets really intense. So I'm sautéing I'm getting ahead of the game, but I'm chopping up the garlic.
All right.
I have some chopped too. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm all chopped up.
Okay, great. So just gonna get a couple of more. And then, like I said, if you want your garlic a little more thinner, you can put a little kosher salt in there.
Okay.
Mash it around in there. It'll smash for you as well. You don't have to worry about seasoning. Okay, so I'm gonna put my garlic in there. And you can never have too much garlic.
Agreed.
Okay, so next, shallot. So you got the shallot peel?
Yep, got the shallot here.
I'm gonna do what they call a little minced dice. So I'm gonna go in here. Now some restaurants, the technical way, they kind of like make their lines first and then go in. I like to just set mine up, slice 2 times, slice in there, and then I like to make my lines to what type of dice I want. So I'm going really thin because I want to mince this. How you doing with that?
You're doing well.
Okay.
You
said you wasn't a chef, but you're doing pretty good.
I'm faking it. I'm faking it on camera.
So now we just, blaze through these. And if you get real fancy, because you can back cut. Back slice like this. When you get with the big boys, you can just back slice it.
That's one step ahead of where I am right now.
You can just rock your blade. Okay, so now and like this right here, you actually can have it done already, unless you just want to do it when but if you're having company over or you want to get through it, you can have this prepped already.
Yep, perfect.
But I recommend just peel some garlic and put it in the freezer, and then when you need it, just pull some out and chop it up. You don't have to peel it every time.
Yeah.
And the ginger as well. It all work in the freezer. Just peel it with the spoon, put it in the freezer, and when you're ready, you'll have it already ready. You don't have to peel it every time you need it. Okay. So now, next step is I marinate the shrimp overnight.
Okay.
Chef Jesse essence. Did you do that, Chris?
Talk to me about what the essence is.
So the Chef Jesse essence is paprika, it's black pepper, white pepper, crushed pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and dry thyme.
Okay.
And you could just get that, happy and flavorful overnight. And if you don't like to marinate seafood overnight, you don't have to. But I like, because there's not a heavy salt content in this, I like to have maximum flavor. And this will ensure this.
Yeah.
Now, and then, like I said, this could be a great appetizer. You have everything ready, and then when your guests come, if they want to jump in, you can just throw them on the shrimp because you got everything ready. You got to cut, and guests love it. Hey, grab the garlic, grab the saute this, and when you have everything organized, it makes it fun. Okay, so now we're going to move right along. You got your pan ready?
Yep, I gotta heat it up.
And we're gonna while you're getting your pan hot, I'm gonna get mine hot. And what we're gonna do now is, you have your grapeseed oil.
I have coconut oil. I couldn't find grapeseed oil. I've actually never heard of grapeseed oil. What is that?
Yeah, grapeseed oil is a neutral oil. It's a high smoke oil. It has great flavor for you. The reason why I fell in love with grapeseed oil is because while I was doing my Southern studies, I know that watching my grandmother cook, there's a lot of sugar involved, a lot of salt, you know what I mean? So, and a lot of lard. So I was like, I still love my lard though, don't get me wrong. But I was like, well, what kind of oil can I use? This is fruity, and the antioxidants in the grapeseed oil will help you as well for your health. You know, so great oil, you can fry with it, light shallow fry, you know, all kinds of things with it. And coconut oil works well too. You know, so that'll work, especially with the Moroccan theme, you know. You did good, Chris.
Here we go. Here we go.
And you have to improvise. Like if you don't have everything on the recipe, you can improvise with it. But it's great to play around with the grapeseed oil too. It's fun. Okay, so the pans are hot. So now we add that 1/4 cup of the grapeseed oil. And the reason why it's so much is because I want to permeate this oil first to infuse the flavor. And excuse me, let me just grab my thing. Yeah, so that's why it's so much, because we're going to strain this. Chris, I don't know if you got a little strainer, but I like to just strain the oil into a bowl, and then, you know, the pulp's going to go back into the shrimp.
Yep. Okay.
So, yep, you're right on time. You have that. Okay, so now let's just start sauteing things up. So we have garlic. I'm sorry, ginger, garlic, and the shallots. Everything goes in the pool. Now, we don't want to brown this. We just, like I said, want to permeate this oil, season this oil to get it nice and flavorful. And then you can make this oil ahead of time and strain it, and you can use this oil on crusty bread or, you know, whatever. It's a great oil. Okay, so now, let me turn this down a little bit. Okay, so now, Chris, how we doing? You sweating everything?
How high should I have the heat on right now?
Medium high. It shouldn't be, you don't want it hot. You don't want to brown it. I don't know if you can see, but just want to sweat it and infuse that oil. You don't want to brown it. So your pan don't have to be super hot, but just enough to sweat it to pull out all the flavors, the sweetness of the garlic and the shallots.
Yep.
And the ginger. How you doing so far?
Well, I've got my shrimp out.
Okay. Okay, so now we're going to add everything to it. All our spices. You ready?
Yep. All at the same time?
Yep, you can get everything together. Paprika, turmeric, coriander, cumin, and the cayenne. Mix that together. Let that flavor get in that love, love, love. Where have you been?
How did you start experimenting?
Sing when you cook.
How did you start experimenting with all these spices?
Oh, just being in the restaurant, just working with different chefs. You know, I work with so many chefs, master chefs, super chefs, and they all had their own thing, but they wouldn't let you do your thing. So when I started to do my own thing, I still had all this in my repertoire. And that's why I play around with so much. I work with Japanese chefs, Chinese chefs, you know, French, Italian, so many great chefs that inspire me. So anything that I do, I don't play around with the integrity of the dish. It's always respect and integrity, flavors, and then I put my little spin on it.
That's great.
When I put my spin on it, it's really from the heart and from the soul, and it's really from doing the same dish repetitiously for years. You know, if I'm doing a chicken parm, I've been doing it for, you know, 20 years. I've been doing chicken parm. So if I give you a bad chicken parm, I'm not doing my job. Okay, so now we're gonna strain the oil into the strainer. Where you at? You okay?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay, I'll let that a little bit. And then I always have like an empty bowl to put the pulp in that I'm gonna put back into the shrimp. Finish straining this. Okay, then I always have me a little spatula handy just to scrape down the love right here. You don't want to miss nothing. Get all that in there. Okay, so now that pulp in there. Now we put a little bit of the oil back into the pan to get it hot to sear the shrimp. You don't have to use all the oil. Some of you can save to drizzle over the shrimp later or on the crusty bread, just enough that you can sear the shrimp. Okay, so now, you ready?
Yep.
So now, I'm gonna heat this up a little bit. Now, basically what I do is, once you transfer them, you gotta get the oil back up to temp. Don't put the shrimp right in. You wanna have some heat. So when it starts to pierce out, you know you're good to go. You see how you see that bubble, you know it's ready.
Yep. You let me know when we're dropping the shrimp.
All right, I'm gonna let you know in a minute. Okay, let's do it.
All right.
You hear that noise? Did you get the sizzle?
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Now, should I be cooking with the shrimp tails on or off?
I take mine off because when I eat the shrimp, I want to eat the whole shrimp. I don't want to peel it off. But some people do. This is definitely your preference.
Is there
But
a
if
difference?
you didn't take them off, it's fine.
Okay.
All right? How you doing with that?
Good. I divide the jumbo shrimp so they're not fitting in the pan too well.
Okay, that's right. You got 1620?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. You got a little pan, but like you don't crowd them too much so you can get a little sear on them.
Yeah.
Because if you put too many there, you're gonna get a sweat and not a brown, which is you want to get some little color. Okay, so shrimp is great because once you start they brown around the edges, get crusty. You can turn them. So as soon as you have a hot pan, you can just turn these. With all this flavor, the paprika and browning, you're gonna have some good color. And then marinate overnight, it's automatically gonna caramelize. How you doing?
You're just starting to turn pink now.
Yeah. So turn them over. Wish everybody had smell-o-vision out there, but he smells serious.
That smells amazing.
Okay, now, Chris, you can start thinking about your crusty bread. Soon we're gonna be ready to serve. Or whatever you like to serve it with.
What kind of bread are you using?
I'm using a nice baguette that I got this morning. It was freshly baked, and I was like, man, I want to eat this now. So there's nothing like fresh, crusty bread, warm like that. Okay, so now at this point, we're pretty much done. You can take the your ginger, your garlic, and everything, put it back in.
Okay.
And you can cut it off the fire. You don't want to cook them anymore. You don't want to overcook them. So you can that residual heat's going to finish them up. So that'd be great. You don't have to turn the flame off. You don't want to overcook shrimp.
How do you tell if you're overcooking or not?
They'll start to curl up on you and kind of bend up. You'll definitely know. They will, after a while you'll be like, is this a shrimp or is this an onion, curl, You'll definitely know. Okay, so now add your lemon. That'll make this all pop. The lemon is very good for you.
I didn't have time to go get a real lemon, so I got the fake.
Okay, yeah, as long as you have something in there that can alkaline your body and the shrimp and everything, you're good to go.
There we go.
Oh, and last but not least, add your hot sauce.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite hot sauce you use?
I like Frank's. I do make my own homemade one, but I like Frank's. That's what I use for my fried chicken and everything. So I'm a Frank's guy. They say they put that on everything, right? No shout out for Frank's. Maybe Frank's will send me a bottle or something.
Yeah, we got to get you sponsored. I use the Frank's wing sauce. I really like that.
Oh yeah. I love that too. I mean, I grew up with that. My mom, she loved it. She really literally did put that on there. Okay, so now I can go into our presentation plate. And one last thing, if anybody's following, it is thyme in there. I forgot the fresh thyme, Chris, but it is dry thyme in the rub, so you still have some thyme action in there, but just add this little fresh thyme. And thyme is very healthy for you as well, but just really it's gonna make that shrimp sing. You also can use tarragon too. Tarragon works. So now we're gonna plate this up. I like to get the crusty bread, and I like to just pile it on in there,
I have some leftover hot dog rolls from a barbecue over the weekend.
Okay.
I grill those up, make my own little Moroccan shrimp po' boy.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome. And you know what? You even can fry them bad boys up. You can, a little wonder flour or something. Really get them, really go po' boy style and get them crispy.
Now, if we have some watchers that, kind of want to take advantage of grill season still, how would you kind of adjust the recipe to cook these on the grill?
Oh, absolutely. absolutely. So what I would do is I would you marinated the shrimp in Chef Jesse essence. You could grill them just like that, right on the grill. Then once they get grilled, and while you getting ready to grill them, you can put a little pan right on the grill and saute your ginger, your garlic, and your shallots. Do everything that I just did, and then once you finish grilling them, just toss them right in the pan. Voila, you're there for your grits.
Okay, perfect.
That's easy because you don't want to do that and put it on the grill because it's going to burn, and you don't want that nasty char taste. So just grilling with the Chef Jesse essence because it already got that flavor, and then do everything. Do the other process. Hit it with the lemon. You can even hit it with some lemon while it's on the grill. Add it back into the pan. Toss it around a little bit. Then at this point, you're good to go.
It smells so good.
Right there on the grill, your guests can come up and you can serve right from the grill. So now, like with my spatula, all this love right here. Look at this, y'all. Lord, 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 Lord. Woo. I get excited, y'all. Please forgive me. I get crazy.
Now, I've been watching some of your videos and following some of your social posts. I noticed that a lot of them, you say pow.
Yes.
Now, talk to me about the backstory behind that.
Well, the pow came about I was saying pow to everything that was good. And then your pow could be any pow. Anything you do in your life could be pow. Mine's is passion, opportunity, and work. Because it took me a long time to get this passion. I think I was born with this passion because I just love food. I love life. So passion is everything. Be careful what you wish for, but also opportunity. It don't always come when you think, but you got to be ready. Yeah. And I've worked like a dog my whole life. I mean, hard. And so I'm willing to work. So passion, I'm waiting for my opportunity. And when it comes, like I'm doing right here, I'm adding a little bit of lemon, right? I got a little bit of scallions for some color. And when I tell you that last little work thing, pop!
Oh.
Passion, opportunity, and work.
And that's how you know you're a professional, because mine looks like this.
Yeah, hey, you're not a chef. That looks great. Hey, wait, your shirts are bigger than me. Oh, wow, you got a bigger budget.
That's funny.
Wow.
So where can people find you now?
Yeah, obviously I'm all over the social media, all over the internet. So you can get me on Facebook, Instagram. I have a great website, tell you a little bit more about me, chefjessejones.com. That'll pretty much tell you everything. I'm an author. I'm excited about that. I wrote a cookbook called POW, obviously, Passion, Opportunity, and Work, My Life in 40 Feast. They're great stories, kind of webbed around my life, my family, and everybody. So I have my son Tristan's fried chicken. He loves that. I got my son Jesse's lamb shakes in there. Everything's in there. What my mom loved, my wife, she loved rack of lamb. So you can find great stories. Also, with Black Lives Matter, with everything's happening right now, there's stories that I touched on, like Juneteenth and things like that Martin Luther King, that always inspire me to do good. So I'm going to be the guy that's going to do the right thing.
That's amazing. And I think I saw that you've cooked for a couple celebrities, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they used to call me the chef to the stars. With COVID, I'm kind of like this home. But I cooked for Sunny for a long time. Sunny Hossa, she's on The View, amazing person. So we cooked for her for 13 years. I did some for Tyler Perry back in the day, cooked for John Legend. I cooked for Whoopi, just amazing. Tasha Marbury, I don't know if you know Stephon Marbury.
Oh, yeah.
Legend for his wife. She loves her. I'm famous for some fried chicken. And it's just been fun just meeting different people. I see how hard they work, and it just inspired me to keep pushing, to keep doing what I do.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I cannot wait to dig into this. It smells delicious.
Yes.
My bread's cooking up right now.
Okay.
But yeah, we just want to say thank you again for joining us, teaching us this amazing recipe.
Oh, yes.
Anything else you want to plug before we go?
No, I think pretty much did it. Want to tell everybody, be safe, stay healthy, and cooking is fun. Get in the kitchen. They didn't have the internet like it was when I was growing up. So if you have a problem, you can always Google it. If you want to make a turducken or something, you just go in and get, step by step. We didn't have that, so get back in the kitchen and have fun. And, and I appreciate y'all the opportunity for y'all, give me this opportunity to showcase myself. And you got to be in it to win.
Yeah, exactly. And cooking should be fun. Thank you, everyone who was able to join us watching on Facebook. Let me just see if we have any questions. What shrimp is the best to use?
Well, I like. It's definitely your preference, but I like wild caught. Like I do a Gulf. I like New Orleans style shrimp. But people use the white tiger. Yeah, definitely play around with the shrimp. Now, some shrimp are salted. Like you just salted and brine, they be a little salty. But Gulf is Gulf wild caught, or the white tiger.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah.
What are the benefits of marinating overnight versus marinating for a couple hours the same day?
You know what, you can do that. I like to marinate overnight because it tenderizes it a little bit more better. It permeates all the way through the dish, and you're never going to stop tasting that flavor and that love. Versus marinated a few hours. You can do that, but to me, you're just not going to get that maximum flavor that you would get with marinated because overnight, all that flavor got a chance to just permeate, get in there, and pretty much almost brine it.
Perfect. Well, those were the questions. Thank you again, Chef, for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We are off next week with the Labor Day holiday, but please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. We'll be back in September with some great content and excited to have you engage with us. So please shoot us any questions or ideas for future topics. And thanks again for joining.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Chef.
Bye, y'all.
Have a good one.